Hear me out. Do we spend enough time getting better with our hearing and listening skills? More importantly, do we listen to ourselves? Stick around and we're going to tackle these questions. Hello, everybody. Welcome to SimpleBiz360 podcast, SimpleBiz360.com. My name is Jeff Mason. I'm your host on this free weekly adventure that we take. We're trying to just illuminate some cool epiphanies that come out of overlooked and ignored business practices that are rooted in common sense. That's really all we're about, and it's a free journey. So we're having tons of fun here. We've got a book on Amazon if you're interested, 255 business tools, and we're actually in the process of recording an audio book right here at the home of the SimpleBiz360 podcast, which is Half Coast Studios in St. Louis, Missouri. Matt Parker on the board. So if you guys, we should have it done, I would think, by about September. But if anybody's in St. Louis, you're looking for somebody to help you with your podcast, man, I would suggest you look at Half Coast Studios. These guys are great. We've been with them for almost 3 years. Can't say enough good things about the staff and the company. So, any rate, we're going to have some fun today talking about some things. Yeah, okay, hearing, listening, No, we're going to have some fun with this. So if you want to subscribe to this show and others, we would love your subscription. Go to YouTube. You can just hover over that cursor or hover your cursor over that pinwheel in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. That'll take you to subscriptions. Or we're on 28 different listening platforms, Stitcher, Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, you name it. And certainly if we have earned a 5-star rating, please, if you could, take that sliver of time out of your day, go over there, put a rating up there, put a review up there for us. We would love that. We really would. So let's talk a little bit of a different angle on hearing and listening today, but let's just stick with me on this. Hey, babe, could you go upstairs and get Marissa's shorts in the middle drawer on the right? It's the blue shorts. Yeah, sure, sweetie. Bump-a-dum. I go up the stairs, right? Here I am sitting in the bedroom, standing in the bedroom and going, okay, what do I get? What do I get again, hon? Babe, I told you the blue shorts in the right-hand drawer, middle drawer of her dresser right there. Okay, sure. So I pull them out and come back down. So, okay, it's done, right? But so what happened there? Well, did I hear my wife? Absolutely. That's how I ended up upstairs. But did I listen to what she was telling me? No, I did not. And so these, that's the difference between hearing and listening. And I think we do a fair job of mixing these things up and not understanding where they play, in the business world. So if you really look at the business dilemmas that we are faced with, it's, do we hear our customers? Do we listen to our customers? But wait a second. Do we hear ourselves? And do we listen to ourselves? Why is that important? We want to know how we're handling situations with our customers and with our business endeavors. How are we projecting? What are we doing? Are we slowing the speed of business down enough so that we can be better practitioners of hearing and then listening to what they're actually saying? I mean, self-examination here is the goose, really, and listening is the golden egg. I mean, we've really got to understand that hearing and listening have two different, they're two different machines. And I can end up upstairs in my daughter's bedroom because I heard, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do because I didn't listen. And we can run into that. And it can make life difficult for us. It can detract repeat and referral customers. It can create lost customers. It can send customers away and we'll never have an opportunity to get them back again. It can invite silent business killing strikes right and left because we're not actually listening to people. And I think, I've watched this very carefully, and I've had to teach this to employees that I've had report to me over the decades, and I've had to learn how to be better at this in life. I mean, I'm a I'm a better listener at work, unfortunately, than I am at home, and that's the sad reality of it. I don't know how many of us can really admit that, but it's it's pretty pathetic when you and your wife are talking about things, and she goes, you actually listen better to customers than you do to me, and unfortunately, she's right more often than she's wrong, and it's I feel horrible. Do I always correct it right away? No. But you know what? If I have an attitude of humility, and if we can have that attitude of humility to hear and listen and kind of depart from our own self-centered devices, man, we put our businesses in such better shape. Because when you really think about, customers, it's a relationship building process. How do you get closer to customers? How do you warm them up? How do you get them to trust you and like you and do more business with you? Well, forget all that. What about even just the first steps of trying to, make a first impression with a customer? What are we doing right? What are we doing wrong? So let's look at some of these questions. I don't think they're actually questions that we ask ourselves a lot, but just stick with me here. Are we conversation over talkers? Are you this type of person that talks over other people? And if so, do you drag this with you? If that's your personal life, mantra, do you drag it into business? Are we conversation dominators? I had an experience recently where I was with somebody for about an hour and a half, and not once in that discussion did that person ever ask me about me or ever inquire about my life or my family or what's going on at work. Hour and 45 minutes. Kind of sad, but that's what happens a lot of times, and we don't realize it. Why? Because we're conversation dominators. Are we chronic correctors? You're trying to build a relationship with a customer. You're trying to do a first impression with somebody, and you're constantly correcting them. Boy, that blue is really a nice blue. Well, it's actually a little bit too bright, but it is okay. Boy, the rain today, it certainly felt good to have rain. Oh, you kidding me? It didn't feel good at all to have rain, in my opinion. Just you get this all, you get these people that are chronic correctors. Oh boy, that was really hot today. Hot? No, that was boiling today. Okay, gosh, I can't say anything without this guy correcting me. So again, are we chronic interrupters? One of the easiest ways to alienate a customer or potential customer is they're saying something and boom, you just jump in. I was with a manager a couple years ago on a 3-4 day trip. And I couldn't believe the amount of times he jumped customers. They were in mid-sentence, jump, mid-sentence, jump, mid-sentence, jump. It was like, dude, are you listening to yourself? Obviously not. Right? Are we chronic sentence finishers? Are you with a customer and they're about to finish, and then you finish a sentence for them? We do that in relationships, husband and wife, partner relationships. We do that. But, is that right in business? Are we putting words in the mouth of the customer? So, you see a customer, maybe they grope a little bit and they're looking, searching, and then we start putting words in there. Or we talk so much that we don't even give them a chance to answer and we put words in their mouth. I am actually guilty of that. I do that from time to time and have to catch myself. It is one of my failings in that regard. So does preparation for our next comment cloud our listening to the person who is talking now? How many times do you see that? You can sense that. You look at you're watching two other people in the business environment have this discussion. You're looking at the person who's being talked to or talked with, and you're saying that guy, that gal's not listening to a word that person's saying. They're just that you can see their mouth. They're trying to jump in. The first time that person takes a breath, they want to say something, and they're preoccupied with what they want to say next, and they're not hearing anything that's going on. Is our attention obviously absent when the other person's talking. That's probably an easy way to kill face-to-face human relations. You're sitting there. Are you signaling to that person that, dude, there's nobody home here? I mean, you're talking to a deer in headlights right now. I'm not paying attention at all. What you're saying is so flippant, insignificant. I'm not even paying attention. I mean, that's the message you send, unfortunately, when that happens. When you're talking and people are, yeah, okay, sure. Yep, and they're fiddling with that, and they're going in their pocket. Yeah, okay, sure. It's like, you know what? This doesn't matter to you one iota, does it? So again, be careful about that. Does our personal opinion erect a concrete wall with what the other person's saying? Are you so steadfast in your opinion that you just don't even want to invite what this other person's saying? Or so do you erect this wall and make that person feel uncomfortable in this process, right? And again, whatever they're saying is going to be a moot point. You're not only not going to hear it, most likely. I mean, you do, but you're not going to listen at all. And are we simply moving too fast to process the here and now of the situation being discussed? Are we? Do we? I watch this with amazement. I really think our smartphone technological world has trained us. I think we're in this mode where we're continuing to streamline everything, and we're just moving so fast that, I don't know, I just get the feeling we're missing the here and now so often. I watch family gatherings and stuff, and it's just sad to see how much time is devoted to smartphone technology, and how the time to experience and soak in and absorb the here and now is just dissolving in front of our eyes. It's just eroding. The percentage is going down, 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 down. Oh, we'll get a couple pictures of this event. And then, 20 years later, you don't even hardly recall the event, but you got some, picture on the cloud that represents the time together for 5 hours that day. I don't know. It's just, again, but these are things that as we're with customers, are we signaling these same things? So just some things to throw out for you to think about and mull over. Maybe you need to re-listen to this podcast again and hear it over. But these are things that I assure you that they get into the mix and cloud and disrupt the listening experience. So just think of that example, right? Going up those stairs, getting in that room. I heard my wife, but did I listen? We hear our customers, but are we listening to what they're saying? So that's really, just what I wanted to leave on your doorstep today to think about, to mull over, to go spend some quiet time reviewing. Maybe there's some epiphany moments here, or a moment where you can reboot and do something different and go to market tomorrow with a different approach to it. So what Lost in the Shuffle track fits today? Gosh, 40 million records, San Jose, California, 2020 Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees. I mean, this bands don't get any bigger than the Doobie Brothers. And they came out, and on their second album, Tall House Road, they have a tune, Listen to the Music. And you know it, you've heard it, it's been on all kinds of tracks, been on all kinds of, advertisements and so forth over time. But enjoy this 1972 classic, Listen to the Music. And hey, like we say every week, if you want to improve the results of your business, improve the how you're doing business, just like today, it's the listening skills we need to really, go in there and be self-examiners of, right? That's the goose, right? But the golden egg is actually being able to listen. Hey, we always say, if you want to improve the results of your business, improve the how you do business. Just like today, listening skills, it's a great example of just some things that you could create a better customer experience that hopefully is going to deliver some better results. And like we always say, be a keyboard warrior yourself. Go out there and find information. It's never been easier. You don't need TV and cable news telling you what to think or how to think. There's so much information at your fingertips. Go find it. Be truth tellers. We need, just like on the back of that computer, in the front of the computer rather, we need truth tellers coming up the pipeline. We're tired of politicians, mainstream media, and all these people lying to us. We need truth tellers. Be one, please. And we just invite you to stop watching TV and cable news. Pick up a Bible, read the stories. They're great stories. Enjoy them. Pray, and love the Lord God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And we invite you back, and we'll see you for this free ride every week, 6 a.m. every Thursday morning. We'll see you in 168 hours.